I'm Kim, and I am going to talk about my yoga journey here with Natasha and a little bit about yoga teacher training and the aspect of why someone would do it. A lot of people have this notion that to do yoga, you have to be really fit or skinny and or really limber. It's all a fallacy. Yoga is so much more than that. And I went to yoga teacher training in 2015, and I started my training when I was at one of the worst flares of my lupus disease. I have lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and I did yoga teacher training, Ashtanga based, with 5 broken ribs. And I literally moved through this journey in the asanas, the movement, the practice part. But what I learned mostly was about humanity, health, inner softness, and frankly, one of the first things I learned on my first day of yoga teacher training was how to say the word no. And it's funny because so many people equate yogis as being really flighty. I don't know, I won't expand on that too much, but people have a stigma about yogis, I think. And when I was in the class and I heard the word no, I was like, okay. And what that means is this practice and this yogic lifestyle is about taking care of yourself. And that is something I'm not very good at. It's the term that's really used a lot and kind of overused is self-care, but it's true. It teaches us about how to eat, how to breathe. Breathing is essential. All the things that we don't do. Lots of us don't breathe correctly. Lots of us are holding our breath all day long. We don't even know it. When you do these types of classes and training, you learn so much more about yourself. You can help others. So with this journey that I went on as a teacher, I did think, I'm a hairdresser, 37 years, and also a real estate agent, but at that time, I was just in the salon full time, and I thought I was gonna teach yoga. And then the more and more I did the yoga practice and more I learned, I thought, I don't think I really wanna teach yoga. I just want to learn yoga. I want to teach children. So I have an extra accreditation to teach children's yoga, and at the time we had a program through the Anti-Defamation League to go into the school system and teach kids how to have more mindfulness, more geared towards kids with ADHD and special needs. And I was very fortunate to be able to teach at my elementary school daughter's school. And I had probably about 10 to 12 kids in my class that had some very, very difficult times with stillness. And I was able to teach them Sun A's, Sun B's, and I taught them to do this all in Sanskrit, which is the language you'll learn while doing yoga teacher training. It's magical. It is teaches you mindfulness. There's many stories. There's so much history in where yoga comes from, and learning how to count and learning how to move your body to these words is really, really magical. It's work, but it's worth it. A lot of studying, but the studying that really makes you feel so aware. So with this journey, I spent a semester at the school, and I finished that semester. The kids were lovely. They had a blast. The parents commented and called and said their children were utilizing their yoga practice to calm themselves. Their teacher saw a difference, and it was great. At that point, I needed to have my second neck surgery, and I had to stop teaching. And fast forward, I now have 2 hip replacements and have had 3 neck surgeries. I have 3 plates and 12 screws in my neck, and I still practice yoga pretty much daily. I do asana. I also am really working on meditation. Meditation's not easy. It's a learning curve. And I am working with a teacher now who has such an education in Ayurveda, which you'll learn in yoga teacher training, and it is a life-changing practice. It is recognized by many hospitals, Johns Hopkins. It's learning about your dosha, which is how you are formed. And there's three ways that we can be built. And we have all 3 within our system. And learning this practice can change your life. It's learning to drink warm water instead of cold water, or eat spicy foods instead of oily foods. And all of these parts will help you live your life more easily, especially if you have health issues, arthritis, as do I. I have very bad rheumatoid arthritis. And all of these practices have basically saved my life. I took a few years off from yoga as I had some tragedy in my life, and yoga's so powerful that when you practice it, it comes through your soul. And sometimes you do have to take a break from the physical, and you will have the yoga inside your body once you have somehow ingested it. It is cumulative. It never leaves you. Once you start, it's there. So even though I took a 3-year break, I came back, and it was hard. And a down dog looks easy to someone that practices often. It's not. It's hard. So I had to get my physical body back to the movement, but it really reenacted my mental, and all of the spirituality and the education that I learned through yoga teacher training came right back. And now my mind is opened even further, and I'm far more dedicated to my life and practice now than I was after yoga teacher training, because that's just part of that journey. Yoga teacher training is like graduating kindergarten. It's a journey of years and years. It's a lifelong lifestyle. Yoga isn't an exercise. It's a lifestyle, but it's part of the health of your mind, body, and soul. It's pretty deep, and there's no way that I can articulate it all in one conversation, and I hope that I'm even articulating it well enough here. But I know that yoga has changed my life and saved my life. And I think that being a mom to 4 amazing children, I've passed on this yoga lifestyle to them, and they have all very much embraced it. And they may not practice as much as I do, but they do refer to the knowledge that was given to them by their mom. And many, many people in my life, I have definitely helped as a healer, not realizing it, but after they will say, wow, that was really good advice, or wow, that really helped me health-wise. That's all from yoga. That was all from teacher training. That was all from that beginning, that little bud of a seed that has grown, and through the years, you never know enough. You're always on a learning journey. It only is like, you'll only always know a speck, and the more you know, the more you'll need to know. And that's the beauty of it. Like, if you love to learn, you're gonna learn. If you think it's gonna be easy, the asana, the movement, the practice, the in the room doing it, that's the easy part. The growing is the more interesting, difficult part, but the journey is worth it. So if you're thinking about expanding your life in any way to grow yourself as a human, be a better parent, boss, stay home dad, mom, whatever, yoga teacher training is amazing. Will stick with you forever.